I'm Peter Walker. I'm the rep and advocate on the Health and Wellbeing Board, and this is some feedback from the meeting held on May the 31st. The, as I've reported last time, the Health and Wellbeing Board is still trying to find its feet and clarify the issues it's going to be dealing with, and particularly in relationship to other departments within the council. We understand that there will be secondary legislation. There's been a consultation document just published by the Department of Health which will seek to clarify the role of the Health and Wellbeing Board, and particularly addressing its autonomy in respect of other aspects of the Council. So we wait to see the final outcome of that, but that will probably help, one would hope, the functioning of these Health and Wellbeing Board. The meeting on the 31st looked at a number of issues, and as in previous meetings, there's quite a bit of, if you like, breakout work to try and help members focus on the business of the board. And certainly the strategy is the key document that the board is tasked with producing. And one of the things agreed on the 31st was to establish a subgroup which will begin to put the bones of a strategy together and report it back to the board. Certainly at its next meeting, but there will be obviously further work and consultation as part of that. Anyways, as a sort of preliminary opportunity to look at some of the content of the strategy, the meeting on the 31st of May did break into small groups to look at 5 things which individuals and those groups would think should be included in a health and wellbeing strategy. And that was quite interesting because people sort of struggled with it in some ways, because obviously there's no new resources at the moment, so it's about looking at existing resources and how they may be better deployed. And some of the suggestions, it range from the very sort of practical and sort of quite sort of operationally sort of desirable, like improved childcare, looking at the sort of a working wage issues and how that relates to health and well-being in respect of poverty and so forth, right through to other more perhaps esoteric ideas, which would be about a move to more joint commissioning of all services, on the basis that evidence suggests that the more services are jointly commissioned, both the more effective they are, but also the cheaper they are overall, because they overcome the duplication that often occurs when services are provided by different organisations or different agencies. So there was that. So it was quite an interesting opportunity, which again was highlighting some of the issues to do with the purpose of the Health and Wellbeing Board, and just exactly what powers it will have, what influence will it have, and what decisions can it make, or what decisions can it influence. Again, another item on the agenda was a very practical one around membership of the Health and Wellbeing Board, and it was agreed that the carers, particularly of interest obviously to the voluntary sector overall, that carers should be separately represented, and an invitation is being extended to carers groups to send a rep to the Health and Wellbeing Board. The whole issue of membership is, in a sense, is a temporary one in some respects, because until next April, it's very likely that the membership could be changed. The new elected mayor in Bristol will have a say over the membership of the Health and Wellbeing Board, so it's quite possible that we will see a shake-up of the membership of the board before it becomes statutory next April. Just following on from, again, clarifying the roles of individuals within the board, the council have employed a consultant, Fiona Campbell, who will be working, is going to meet with individual members to talk to them, including myself, about our role, how we see our purpose, and what our expectations are of being involved in the board, as a way of trying to develop a framework for membership of the board and the role of the board. So anyway, that's taking place over the next few weeks. Health Watch, which is again a key part of the Health and Wellbeing Board. Well, the tenders for Health Watch, well, at one point it was going to be a joint tender between Bristol and South Gloucester, so that's in fact gone by the wayside, and there are going to be two separate tender exercises for the two local authorities, and that again is imminent. The next meeting of the Health and Wellbeing Board is on September 6th. That's going to be a formal meeting and open to the public, as in fact all meetings of the board will be open to the public from next April. And at that meeting on the 6th there will be a report back from the subgroup about the initial thoughts around the strategy, as well as actually looking at other issues that are current at the moment, including drug and alcohol recommissioning. Another date for everybody's diaries is the Health and Social Care Network meeting on July the 10th at the Southfield Centre. Starts at 1 o'clock, goes through to 3:30, and John Rogers, who's now the deputy leader of the council, will be attending that meeting, because although he no longer has the Health and Social Care brief, he is retaining his role as chair of the Health and Wellbeing Board. So to give that sort of continuity at least for the time being, and obviously in his new role he has obviously considerable influence. So good meeting to be at. I think that's it.